What's going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at the Jaybird Vista 2s and compare them to the Jaybird Vista 1s. Which one is better? Which one should you get? What's the difference? Is there a difference? We're gonna find out. Let's go. Alright guys, so Jaybird did send over these earbuds, the Jaybird Vista 2s, for me to do a review of, but with no prior agreement whether I should do a positive or negative review. This is my own thoughts on this product. And I actually already did a review on these Jaybird Vista 2s, so you guys can check out that video over here. And these are the Jaybird Vista 1s. These are the ones that I bought with my own money. And we're gonna do a comparison because a lot of people are wondering, is it even worth the upgrade to the Jaybird Vista 2s? So let's go ahead and take a look at them over here. All right, so these are the Jaybird headphones. You can see they are very similarly built over here. If you look at the case, this is what we're gonna start with. The biggest noticeable difference on these cases is gonna be there is a rubber coating over here on the Jaybird Vista 1s. When you look at the Jaybird Vista 2s, there is no rubber coating. It's kind of slick, slippery, not really super slippery, but it can slip out of your hand. I've had that instance when I was in my car trying to pull out my Jaybird Vista 2s and it slipped out of my hands because it's not as grippy as this one. This one has a nice little rubber grip, which makes it very grippy. It also makes it a little bit easier to open. Like the Jaybird Vista 1s will have that rubber grip, so really easy to open up and close. The Jaybird Vista 2s, you know, there's a little bit more, you have to grip it a little harder for you to open it. Not a huge deal, but it is a little bit more pleasant of experience with the Jaybird Vista 1s. So if you look at the dimensions of the Jaybird Vista 1s versus the Jaybird Vista 2s, I actually thought that these were a little bit smaller than this case, but if you look at the specs of it, the case width of the Jaybird Vista 2s is 74.6 millimeters compared to 74 millimeters. So this is going to be a little bit wider, just a little bit wider. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is a little bit wider for the Jaybird Vista 2s. The case height is going to be 38.5 over here compared to 36.5. So it's also going to be a little bit skinnier for the Jaybird Vista 1s compared to the Jaybird Vista 2s. For me, it actually looks like the Jaybird Vista 2s are smaller in height compared to the Jaybird Vista 1s, but they are saying that it is a little bit smaller in height compared to the Jaybird Vista 1s. Also, the case for the Jaybird Vista 1s is a little bit more boxier compared to the 2s. This is a little bit more sleeker. And then you do have the lanyard that it has. The lanyard over here is kind of attached to it over here, so you could possibly remove it. The Jaybird Vista 2s, you cannot remove it. That is tied up inside in the body, so you cannot remove the lanyard. And this one is a little bit thicker compared to the Jaybird Vista 2s. All right, in terms of toughness for the case for the Vista 1s are not rated, although I have got sweat, water, dust all over it. They've never broken for me in 2 years. So the Jaybird Vista 2 case is rated IP56, so that means it is a little dust resistant and can be splashed with water. So there is that. So that's what makes this case tougher than the Vista 1s for sure. In terms of weight, the Jaybird Vista 2s, I guess because of that ruggedness, they are gonna weigh a little bit more. This one weighs in with the earbuds inside of it at 56 grams, and the Vista 1s, they weigh in with the earbuds inside of it at 46 grams. So the overall package of the Jaybird Vista 1s is gonna be lighter than the Jaybird Vista 2s. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the earbuds themselves. So this is going to be the Vista 1 over here with the yellow over here, and this is going to be the Vista 2s over here that are black. So if you look at the earbuds themselves, they pretty much look exactly the same. I do have medium ear gels on both of them, and you can see on the Jaybird Vista 2s they do have some braille over here, so there's a little bit of braille, so you know that this is going to be the left earbud, and then the Jaybird Vista 1s don't have that on there. But overall, I say that they look very similar. I don't see any real difference in them. But if we look at the specs of them, the Jaybird Vista 1s are going to be a little bit tiny bigger than the Jaybird Vista 2s. So if we take a look at the width, height, and depth of the Jaybird Vista 1s, it's going to be 22 millimeters for the width, 24 millimeters for the height, and 18 millimeters for the depth. And then if you look at the Jaybird Vista 2s, it's going to be 15.7 millimeters for the width, 16.2 millimeters for the height, and then 20.3 millimeters for the depth. So definitely there's a little bit of a difference. I guess you can see it, but you know, through my own eyes, I don't see a huge difference in them. Comparing the weight of each one of them, let's go ahead and get my scale out. So I'm gonna get the scale out and weigh each one of these independently. So let's tear that, and the Jaybird Vista 2s are gonna weigh in at 6 grams. So there's the Jaybird Vista 2s, 6 grams. The Jaybird Vista 1 is gonna weigh in 6 grams. So literally the same weight. So even though the measurements on the specifications say that it is different, I really have a hard time seeing a big difference between them. There is a difference in the contact points for the charger. So you can see there it has 2 big charging contact points, and this one has 3, one big one in the middle and 2 on either end over there. So there's that. But they fit exactly the same for me. I didn't have any issue with the fit of these at all. All right, so in terms of audio, from what I see in the specs, they are exactly the same. They both have a 6mm driver. They both have the same bandwidth, same codec, same audio format. Everything is exactly the same. So if you do like one audio, it's gonna be pretty similar to the other one. I do have to say that with the Jaybird Vista 2s, you will have the additional features of active noise canceling and surround sense. So if you can see over here, this is another difference between the two earbuds, is this one has almost like a stereo cover over here, and this one doesn't. That's because the Jaybird Vista 2s do have 2 microphones inside of there. This is gonna help the earbuds have that active noise canceling, so it can cancel out the noise outside, and also let sounds inside the earbud so you can have that surround sense on there as well. For me, even though the Jaybird Vista 1s did not have active noise canceling, they did have passive noise canceling, which worked really well for me. I didn't have any issues on a plane or anything, but the active noise canceling on the Jaybird Vista 2s, it will take a lot of those low tones and some of those high tones out. So it's a little bit more quieter, a little bit more cleaner, but it's not exactly 100%. Like if I have my Bose QC35s compared to these, there's a big difference. It's gonna be a lot quieter with the Bose QC35s compared to these Jaybird Vista 2s, but at least it does have something, and it does help, especially if you're trying to listen to a video. It's gonna take out a lot of the noise, so you don't have to have your earbuds volume all the way up. So it does help the active noise canceling, even though it's not the best. In terms of the surround sense for the Jaybird Vista 2s, it works. I had them, and I actually put the volume on the surround sense all the way high so I could hear all my outside noise. If you listen to your volume somewhat low, you can hear your surroundings just fine. There is a little bit of wind noise. I think that any earbuds are gonna have wind noise. I know I had the Jabra 75Ts, and those also had wind noise. So you're gonna have a little bit of wind noise. For me, it's not horrible, but there definitely is some wind noise that you're gonna have to deal with, even though it does have that, speaker cover over here that's supposed to take away some of that wind noise. So there's gonna be a little bit of wind noise when you are listening to surround sense for sure. So in terms of sound, I really like the sound of the Jaybird Vista 1s. Initially, when I did review the Jaybird Vista 2s, I had issues with a little bit of distortion, a little bit of crackling at a high volume. And there is still a little bit of that, especially if you're using active noise canceling or the surround sense. For some reason, I am hearing a little bit of distortion. Let me know if you have these earbuds, the Jaybird Vista 2s, if you're experiencing that as well, because I am experiencing that just a little bit. But if you do mess with the sound settings, the equalizer, it will go away. But with the same sound settings, I never got any distortion out of the Jaybird Vista 1s. So for me, when you are listening with active noise canceling with the Jaybird Vista 2s or surround sense, the audio quality drops a little bit. It's not gonna be as robust or as deep basses that you like, that I like to have. So a lot of times I will turn those features off just so I can have the best audio that I can have while listening to the Jaybird Vista 2s. The Jaybird Vista 1s, I like them, especially for the gym. Like I said, I have never had any distortion with these Jaybird Vista 1s. So the sound quality, in my opinion, I think it sounds a little bit better with the Jaybird Vista 1s, but that could just be my own ears. And I'm not an audiophile whatsoever, but for me, I like the sound coming out of the Jaybird Vista 1s compared to the Jaybird Vista 2s. Especially if you use surround sense or active noise canceling, the sound quality of these are gonna beat these for me any day. All right, so let's talk about battery life between the Jaybird Vista 1s and Jaybird Vista 2s. So each earbud of Jaybird Vista 1s are gonna have 6 hours of playtime. Compare that to the Jaybird Vista 2s. This is gonna have 8 hours of playtime, and then if you put them in the case, the Jaybird Vista 2s will have 16 hours of extra playtime compared to only 10 hours for the Jaybird Vista 1s. The battery life definitely goes to the Jaybird Vista 2s for sure. Lastly, we're gonna talk about the price tag. These have been out for almost 2 years, the Jaybird Vista 1s. These have just came out last week. So the price on the Jaybird Vista 2s is $199. The price for the Jaybird Vista 1s right now is $129. So big difference in price. You do get a lot more extra features with this one. You'll have extra battery life. You'll have that surround sense. You'll have active noise canceling. This one is only passive noise canceling. Battery life suffers a little bit, but it's not horrible. I've actually never really ran out of battery in the gym with these, but you know, with these, if you are using active noise canceling or surround sense, the battery life drops a lot. I can't really say how much, but it does drop a pretty good amount. So there is a big price difference, just matters on what features you want. One last thing that I have to talk about is gonna be sound quality when on the phone. So how does the Jaybird Vista 2s sound on a call compared to the Jaybird Vista 1s? Let's take a listen right here. So I did have my phone call on here. This is actually really hard to record phone calls from what I found, but I found an app that will allow me to do it. So let's listen to the Jaybird Vista 1s right here.
Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. This is how it sounds like with a Jaybird Vista 1. This is how it sounds like with a Jaybird Vista 1. Testing 1 2 3 4.
We can listen to the Jaybird Vista 2s test.
Testing 1 2 3 4. Testing 1 2 3 4. This is how it sounds like with a Jaybird Vista 2s. This is how it sounds like with a Jaybird Vista 2s. Testing 1 2 3 4.
So generally, I didn't really see a big difference in the sound quality whenever I was on a call. It sounded pretty much the same to me, which was decent, right? It's not gonna be super clear, but it's gonna allow you to make a phone call. It wasn't a huge deal to me. I know a lot of people talk about that, but I don't usually make phone calls anyway. And it sounded good enough for me to make phone calls. So that's pretty much the differences between these two, the Jaybird Vista 1s, the Jaybird Vista 2s. Which one would I choose? Are all these upgrades a big enough upgrade to pay $199 when you could get the Jaybird Vista 1s for $129? In my opinion, I think you could get by with a Jaybird Vista 1 and be more than happy. But if you are one of those consumers who have FOMO, fear of missing out, and don't want to miss out on the ANC and surround sense, you know, you can't go wrong with the Jaybird Vista 2s either. For me, I did get a little crackling. I did get a little distortion with these at a high volume, but it was fixed with messing with the equalizer settings. So there is that. I do think that these sound better. That's just my own opinion. Maybe you guys feel that they sound exactly the same, but for me, the Jaybird 1s sound a little bit better. So at the end of the day, the Jaybird Vista 1s are gonna be my buy compared to the Jaybird Vista 2s, just because they do have passive noise canceling. Even though these do have active noise canceling, the sound quality does take a hit when you are listening to active noise canceling. Surround sense is nice when you're out on a run, makes it safer, but you can always listen to this with one earbud and have that at full volume, because you will have to drop the volume on the Jaybird Vista 2s in order to hear your surroundings. So that's my opinion. I think the Jaybird Vista 1s are a great deal. At $129, saving you $70, this is gonna be a good buy for me, the Jaybird Vista 1s compared to the Jaybird Vista 2s. All right, guys, that's gonna be my review of the Jaybird Vista 1s versus the Jaybird Vista 2s. Let me know what you guys think. Which one would you buy, the Jaybird Vista 2s or the Jaybird Vista 1s? Knowing what you know now. All right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.